was just working on my number cards and finding pairs of 10. I'm starting to really remember that 6 plus 4 is 10, that they're equal to 10. They're number pairs. Oh, well, I also know then the turnaround rule, that 4 plus 6 is 10. If I put out 9, I can add the 1, and that equals 10 too. I'm going to keep working here. How about if I did 5 plus 5? That's a number pair and a double. It kind of came out at the same time, didn't it? That was silly. Today, mathematicians, we're going to keep building on what we know about facts, which ones we know right away, and which ones we have strategies for to help us to solve when we're adding 3 numbers. Are you ready for that? Let me show you what that might look like. Let me get this. I'm going to put my numbers kind of back. Get a new sheet. Ooh, that's a mess of numbers right there. Let me get them out of the way. So let's say this time I want to add 4 and 1 and 3. Let me give you a reason I would do that. Let's say that on Monday I was able to do 4 chores, and then on Tuesday I did 1 chore. I actually dusted. It was pretty quick. Didn't have a lot of time that day. And then on the next day I did 3 chores because I had to rake the leaves, and then I had to take the trash out, and then I walked the dog. How many chores in all this week? Well, I'm going to add those 3 numbers to find out. 4 plus 1 plus 3. I can use strategies that I've already used, like a number grid. And I can do 4, then move up 1, and then do 3 more. And I'll know that I did 8 chores. I can add all 3 numbers with some of the strategies I was already using. But mathematicians, today, we're going to think about using the facts we know to help us group numbers, kind of like we do in Quick Looks, where we see 4 and 2 more on top, and we're like, oh, it's 6. We're going to use what we know with the facts to help us group numbers to make adding 3 numbers easier. Let's try it. Same problem. But I know 1 plus 3 right away. I know that this 1 plus 3 goes together to make 4. So now I could group those. I could group 3 and 1 equals 4 and make it easier. 4 plus 4. Now it's a double. 8. I got the same sum, didn't I? Which way was quicker? For me, it was to group them. It was to put 3 plus 1 and do 4 plus 4. For you, was it quicker to do counting up 1 and counting up 3 more? Mathematicians, we can have different strategies, and one of them can be to group 2 numbers when adding 3 numbers to make it a little more helpful. Let's try it again. I'm going to turn my paper over. Let's say that I have, I know, my husband, Mr. Gibson, he has 8 nieces and nephews. I have 2 nieces and 4 nephews. How many nieces and nephews do we have in all? In all, we're going to add them, aren't we? We could do 8 plus 2, and then know that is 10, and then add 4 more. 14. We could use a number line, or we could use a numbers grid, Or we could also use groupings. Let's try it. I know that 2 plus 4 right away equals 6. So now I don't have to worry about this one. I can do 8 plus 6 equals, and I know I'm going to use that 8. Okay, I'm going to use, let me think about this. I'm going to use my doubles of 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 2 more is 14. Is that what you got? Let's check it on the numbers grid. 8 plus 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 14. So I'm going to put 14. I grouped them together because I knew that 4 plus 2 is 6. What do you think? Let's put them back on there. Because mathematicians, after working on that one, this is plus again, I see something else that's even maybe a little easier for me. I'm going to group these two. And when I group 8 and 2, I know that's 10. And 10 plus 4 is really much easier for me because I know to count up 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, that was a lot easier. Wait. So we're working on when you have 3 numbers to add together, you can group 2 of them to make it a little easier. And when I grouped and found a pair that equals 10, that was much easier for me. What are you thinking? All practicing the fishing for 10 and finding pairs that equal 10? It could really come in handy, couldn't it? Remember how we were doing that to start the lesson? Right. Mathematicians, what if I used a shopping story to think about adding 3 numbers? That might actually happen a lot, right? I had to buy staplers. I'm out of focus a little bit. Let's see if I can get it back. Yep, there it is. I had to buy staplers and paper clips and tape. And I wanted to get all 3 of those types of fasteners for my desk. So how many fasteners did I get? Well, 3 staplers plus 9 paper clips and 4 tape rolls. What numbers do you know that go together right away? Does it matter what order we do it in? Does it matter if we put these together, or we put these together, or we put these together? It doesn't, because of the turnaround rule, right? So we can instead use the facts from the inventory we did as expert learners to make it easier. When you look at these numbers, which 2 do you know right away? There's some. I know 3 plus 4. I'm going to say I know that 3 plus 4 really is 7 in a quick look. And so now I'm going to do 7 plus 9. It's a little harder for me, so I'm going to get that number grid out again and do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 16. All right, mathematicians, today we're going to use all kinds of strategies. Pairs that equal 10. We're going to use counting up. We might use tools like number grids or number lines or even number cards so that we can start adding 3 numbers and grouping them so that what we know about facts we can use to add 3 numbers more simply. Off you go.